Welcome to the Friday Underground stream. You're going to have a great time, a glorious time. True story, plenty of laughs, some black pill moments. It's a fun balance of serious topics and insanely funny stuff. Really wonderful people on this panel. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Friday Underground stream. Tonight, we got a couple of hot topics to talk about. As you can see, I changed my profile thing for today. I heard it was Superman Day, either yesterday or today. So I thought we'd celebrate in a proper fashion. I guess AI used to do something good for a change. So, we'll take it. Hello, everyone. Oh, wait, shit. I don't think I dropped the link in the other group. Nope, of course I missed one. Trina, if you are available, here is a link. Son of a. All right, we have superfan Adam Shawhan in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, just the dogs decided to bark. They got excited. They heard your music, and oh man, let me tell you, I'm glad you got a long opening. Giggity. But yeah, man, glad to be here. I can't wait to talk some topics, and I know that's my favorite picture, right?
Yeah, dude, it's going to be a good time. And dude, we do have some stuff to talk about on Shogun. That's for sure. Holy crap! That show's getting more and more crazy. It looks like we have one episode left. They keep saying there's not going to be another season. It was only meant to be one season, but I don't know how that's possible. We're going to kick it on over to Chris Fisk in the house as well. How you doing, buddy?
Yo. Yeah, doing all right. Glad it's Friday and the end of another week. These weeks are flying by.
Yeah, they are.
Usually means it's leading towards something bad. Lighty sheet.
Man, yeah. If Scotty just popped in too, I know he's gonna get more excited because last night it looks like someone retaliated overseas. We'll get into that on the Rumble side.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I understand,
same on Shogun, right? I mean,
yeah, right. It's wow. Yeah. Well, they basically said they hit certain plants that make certain extreme weapons. So, and another again, we'll get into it on the Rumble side because I can't talk in code over here. This is just too ridiculous because YouTube are
the losing battle.
Yeah. It's just like
still
China.
Got that clip from the boys, you know, how he taught the boy to not be a something.
Yeah, see, they don't like that word either, and usually when I play those, it's like instantly partially demonetized.
Okay, so that's a Rumble button.
Yeah, basically. It sucks. But anyway, we're gonna get into the show and into the topics here. Let me see. Let me share the screen. So yeah, here is the title card, and as you can see, we had Alan Richardson. This guy, he's hanging himself for the second time. It looks like, at least his career. Didn't know this guy. He badmouthed Trump. He badmouthed cops, and he badmouthed other Christians.
Yep.
So he's doing a bang up job of destroying his demographic across the board. I guess he's been promised more sweet roles in Hollywood. So he's doing some really stupid stuff. I can't stand Hollywood and these celebrities. I can't. If there's a good one, great. But this guy, there's a lot of them that are just showing their true colors, and it's disgusting. But we do have great people out there in the chat. Toy Mafia is in the house. We have Iceman Modeler in the house. Adega, Trina. Again, I did send the link. Sorry, I was a little bit late on that one. But if you could pop in and you want to, you're more than welcome to. Gap After Dark, he's over on the Rumble side of things. So great to see you. Thank you for being there. But yeah, we'll get into the show. And yeah, Chris, what are your thoughts, buddy, on this specific episode of Shogun, episode 9?
Yeah, that's pretty close to what I remember it as. Yeah, I revisited some of my notes from when I was working on the narrative stuff for that, for the historical, Yeah, there's a few things that the author of the book and the show kind of switched around. One of them being that the character of Mariko is actually on Ishido's side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the wife of one of Mitsunari Ishida, who's basically who Ishido is in the show. It was his general Saikon Shima, which they never really I don't know who that is in the show, but yeah, that whole scene and the other difference is it wasn't explosions, spoilers everyone, but it wasn't explosions that took her out. She ended up burning to death.
Jesus.
Yeah, and wait, it's funny.
We're gonna talk about that later as well. Someone set themselves on fire. Yeah. But before we continue, hold on. We do have another guest here. We have the birthday boy himself, Etep Wakui, in the Place to Be Reviews. Happy birthday, brother!
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm rocking. I'm Vic Mignogna. I know I got pants on. I got Chris's shirt on right now. From Instant Regret. The Arrive Regret,
awesome dude,
leave shirt he sent me for my birthday. So and yeah, we got the sticker here too for that. Speaking of shirts, Chris Fisk has got one of the logos. The Place to Be Reviews Monday Nitro shirts are available now in the Teespring store if we're hawking
fantastic
merchandise. Those are available, and soon we'll have the hockey mask by itself looking beautiful in the center of that shirt available too.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Thanks Doc, thanks Trina, and I'm sorry to interrupt Chris, but no man, it's good to be here. Thank you. I just figured I had some time before the wife and the kid get back. They're going to pick up dinner and get me a different birthday card because Trey picked out a card that was questionable at best, so they're going to give me a card.
Wait, was the card? What's the difference between pussy and parsley?
There was a cat involved, though, which is funny, but close. No, but
I got a birthday card like that from a girl back when I was like 12. Oh yeah, fun times. But dude, again, that's great though, and I'm happy you were able to jump on here tonight.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, after Shogun, we're gonna hit some of the crazy topics that have been going around, and holy shitballs, yeah, things just keep getting more and more insane, intense. But yeah, going back to the show for a sec. Oh man, dude, it was another really strong episode, that's for sure. And I thought there was gonna be a moment where they give her a girl power scene, and they didn't, and it was kind of glorious. I was like, oh, Chris is probably gonna love this part. If you remember, Chris, when she's trying to leave because they're like, oh no, she's not a captive of Ishido, and they're trying to make their way out to get to Toranaga, and that whole thing was pretty crazy. There was a lot of guys who ended up dying, and she's still adamant that she's going to defy them and get to her lord because she made her promises. And
that was a stalemate for Ishido.
Yeah, it really was. But again, he figured his way of sticking it to her in the end.
I saw where he walked in. Yep. That was Chris. Like, oh, how foolish to off yourself. You can leave anytime you want, bitch.
Well, no, it wasn't even that. So they were calling her bluff, and she was ready to go through with it and stuff.
Yep.
And her friend there basically explained how no matter what outcome happens, Ishida is screwed, because if he lets her go, then every other hostage that's in Osaka is also going to be like, I'm out of here. I'm getting the fuck out too. And that's exactly what happened. Is Ishido let him go. So Ishido had to basically, if you noticed, he hired assassins. He hired ninja to do it, but they didn't call him ninja. They called him shinobi. And the reason for that is because ninja is a modern, I think it was like 1950s when the word was first used.
Okay.
It's not a real, it's a modern, it's not a, they were always called shinobi. But that was his kind of like, fuck you, like, oh, so you're going to put me in a stalemate, huh? Well, I'm going to, on the face, say that I let you leave, and then I'm going to assassinate you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, and yeah, I wanted to show that Kessen trailer because it's freaking, it shows kind of the final showdown, what we're all gearing up for in that final episode. But yeah, it differed slightly from what I remember. She didn't get blown up in the original. It was, she got set on fire and she burned to death. Like
Okay.
they were in that building trying to escape and it got caught on fire.
Right.
So it's kind of the same, little more bombastic in this version. But ultimately, I was kind of expecting it. I actually was expecting it a little earlier. But
okay, dude. But like I said, her moment when she had the staff and she was fighting off those guys, and they're like, they literally told her, don't kill her. No matter what you do, don't kill her. So they were just kind of like, you know, pairing her shots essentially.
Oh
and then, and she couldn't take it anymore, and she collapsed. So it's like, yeah, sorry, as good as you think you are, you're still no match for a dude.
Well, it was like 10 dudes.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like she had archers up on the walls. Like there was literally nothing she could have done. And the whole combat display, like the naginata there, that staff that she had, like that's what like women were trained. Like women didn't get trained in swords or anything. That was literally their only weapon, which is kind of smart because that weapon is a huge equalizer. You know, it keeps you at range. But yeah, the whole reason why she did that whole combat thing wasn't to actually get through. It was to put on a display that said, hey, I tried my hardest and I was physically overcome. And there was nothing I could have done.
Absolutely. And that's why the other guy called the bluff too on the top. He's like, yeah, just don't kill her. Don't kill her. He's like, because if you did, then we're in deeper shit. And people, they could see for sure, like the that look behind the curtain is right there. Even though everyone knows it. And that's the thing that's kind of crazy too. That in that culture, especially back then too, it's all about keeping up that facade, even though everyone knows it's an open secret. Everyone knows what's going on, and we still have to do it and prove that we're classy.
That's my biggest criticism of Asian cultures. I'm sorry, but base culture in China and the one tatame duplicitous culture of Japan. I come from the West where direct, like harsh honesty is preferable to pleasant lies. And yeah, that type of shit drives me nuts because to me it's a very feminine quality, and it's like, dude, I'm like, you're a dude, man the fuck up. Like, you know, oh, we need to do this, but we need to. It's like it reminds me of those Jewish guys that like made all these inventions so that they could kind of like put one over on God during like the Shabbos or whatever, where they're like, well, I'm not technically running a machine. I'm pressing a button that moves a string that presses another button that turns on the machine. It's like, dude, who are you trying to get the technicalities over on? We all know it's bullshit. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's man,
thou shalt not touch the button.
Right. Speaking of someone who touches buttons all the time, he is brutal.
She told me she was old enough. Yeah, no, on related to Chris's topic, yes, I would rather have people like if I got a booger hanging on my nose, like tell me.
Yeah.
You know,
don't pretend that it's not there.
Right, you know, like you're just making us both look, not good. You know, like, hey, buddy, there's a little, you got a situation, and then
right,
and then I'll take care of the boogie, and then we can get on with our lives, right?
And then we can boogie.
Right.
Boogie on down.
That's right. We can get down and boogie, woogie, woogie.
That's right. And we're gonna get down on the next on the Rumble portion because I know it's a topic that's near and dear to your heart, and that's to do with the big explosion.
Oh, good, I made it. Yeah, my eyeballs. I was in a fight with my to death with my eyeballs, and my eyeballs won. and I was taking my nap, and then I woke up, and as if millions of voices suddenly cried out, and was suddenly silenced. I woke up, and I knew it was time to talk about the apocalypse.
I just noticed I got Toranaga like staring at her cake. It's great.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Look at those boobies.
Dude, she is gorgeous though, man.
Yeah, she's
But-
naughty.
Awesome stuff though. That series, excellent, really excellent. And I don't know how they're going to end this. We got one episode left. If it's going to be a longer episode or not, they
I
haven't
like
said
the
shit.
pirates parts though in it this time with the gun and then stepping up to be her second when old boy didn't show up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome in that.
Oh yeah, that was incredible. Yeah, Blackthorn. Yeah, he did a great job. Yeah, because Homeboy was supposed to show up. She put that guy on the spot, the one on the wall, one of the other five, and he shit his pants. And she's like, "What? Why you pick me?" And then she didn't show, or he didn't show, and she was gonna off herself. And Blackthorn's like, "Well, if no one's standing up, I'm going to," and and it shows his dedication to her and not to make her suffer.
Yeah.
You
She
could tell-
said, "Wait till I fall." Fall
Yeah.
forward and everything, whatever the verbiage. I thought it was fall forward, but yeah,
Mhm.
letting him know the proper time to, that's the best writing in a TV series. It's better than anything that's been on the big screen in the last 4 years.
I think so, man. It's been super solid. Enjoying it thoroughly, and you can't wait for the last episode. Curious to see how they're going to make this unfold, and if there is going to be an announcement of season 2 or not, because they keep saying it's one season, but it's way shorter than the original.
Yeah.
We looked at the numbers, me and Chris, the other night. And I'm like, first episode of the original series was 3 hours. Then like the following bunch were 2 hours each, and then the last 2 I think were 3 hours. It was crazy. It's like, how do you not?
Episode 8, A, B, C, D, E,
No,
F, G.
No, it's literally like, so this series is literally as long as the first 2 episodes of the original series.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
Or at least, or maybe
the
it's like the
ballpark.
first 4 or something. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, because it's almost a full hour. It's not that like they shorted it, But yeah, it's crazy stuff. Monotony's in the house as well. How you doing, buddy? I see he's a big fan of Shogun. He hasn't watched the show at all. He just wants to throw some shade.
yeah.
We love you, Tony. And dude, yeah. Well, we were having a blast the other day too. I'm glad Tony popped on. Etep and I were playing the Resident Evil 5. We did our part 2 run through kind of thing, and I think we had a blast.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was good stuff. Aside from that one part that it felt like it was a glitch.
Oh, the truck?
It was not making any sense. It shouldn't have taken that long.
Oh my god.
You had the Gatling gun, so you had the better gun. I'm like, what's going on?
That fucking thing kept overheating, and there was too many of the there's too many abos on motorcycles.
There was too many Annas out there on motorcycles throwing Molotovs. Oh shit. Funny stuff.
Droids and Wookiees. It's me, the black girl.
But what wasn't the village? I told you, wasn't that awesome?
She's black and she's better than
we're not done with that either. I mean, there's still plenty of crazy stuff coming. Wait till we hit the underground part.
I think isn't like normal play time for the game less than 8 hours.
It depends. If you're doing your first run through, it's going to take.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I've pointed out on air that it is Etep's first time playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still learning the whole. The last one you played was what, 2, Etep?
1.
Okay, 1. I wasn't sure if you ever
yeah.
played 2. I knew you didn't finish it, but
yeah, I'm sure Draven's still on the road right now, but don't listen to him. You got to play the remake of the first one as well. That game is fantastic. If you need help, like I could help coach you through it. There is no co-op, but I could coach you through it if you need a hand with it. But it is intense, and as you can see from what we have been playing, you can't just like waste whatever you have. You have to kind of have a bit of a strategy because they do short us on ammunition, like in a massive way.
And I'm like. I'm not great at like games like that. I'm not like the GTA like type stuff. Like that's more of my speed when it comes to like a first person shooter type game. Like I said, I haven't played the Resident Evil since what 95, 96 that first one came out. You know, it's been a long time. But I got inspired to do this. I might actually do I don't know. I don't know what we're doing tonight. Yet, but I might actually stream because I saw an article about how bad the AEW game performed, and I've finally got it downloaded. So I'm not sure yet, but I might.
He'll be 2 minutes in. He's like, Vinny, I have a stream going. Want to play Resident Evil 5?
Yeah, I might stream some of that tonight.
Okay.
It'll be later on. But I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking about like playing AEW for the first time and
just give
showing
us a heads up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll message the group chat, but I was kind of thinking about doing that. But yeah, the Resident Evil game has been a blast. Like outside of play,
it looks like you're getting a hang of it too. Like, you know.
Yeah,
taking out these punks.
It had been so long since we fucking played it. It was like I had to relearn the controls again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy it, except dying 32 times each on the fucking truck. That was something.
That was completely out of our hands at that point, to be quite honest. But when we're taking out the villagers, like there's a strat. We funneled them into where we had to. We took them out in a good way. So, it's good. Tony doesn't believe you though.
Doesn't believe what?
That
I'm gonna play AEW tonight.
Either. I forgot. Yeah, he's a massive fan of AEW.
Playing AEW.
Tremendous fan, right, Tone? Tremendous.
He's got tickets.
Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
He's got tickets to the Vegas show.
Oh shit.
They got AEW Dynasties, the pay-per-view this weekend, and then they have the AEW. The next pay-per-view is Knots Landing. That joke fell flat.
Is Brandon the star?
Hello, is this thing on?
Is it on?
No, there's 3 of you.
Anybody?
Oh shit!
I was like, I know Fisk is old enough to get that. Fuck. I'll make a Knots Landing joke. I fucking hate you all. I'm going home.
Well, there was another joke in there too, because of Brandon with his testicles.
Insert the Draven. God damn it! Right here.
Oh, God damn it! I talked about the whole Nyla Rose thing in my video yesterday. That was just okay.
That was a good video. I like how you broke it up.
Thank you.
And bro, that was awesome. You got him to do it, bro.
I'm gonna keep super chatting him every week. Then I'm gonna just ask him if I can interview him.
Hopefully he can get the name right. You have to interview him just so he knows how to say your last name.
Well, next super chat, I'm gonna have to give him a $10 super chat so he can so I can have enough characters to like write it out phonetically and then like ask my question.
which again, that was great. Yeah, for those who didn't know, he sent Vince Russo a super chat to get his view on the whole situation with McMahon and this thing of. And I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna get into wrestling talk for a sec here. This whole shit where I get it. He's worked with him. He was very close with him on all that.
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh yeah.
But he said out of pure just vindictive nature is why he thinks that he's going to do another wrestling company. And I go, if this was a couple of years earlier, if this guy did not have those crazy surgeries and stuff.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people go, it could also be a work. I saw the video of him. He looks emaciated, and he was walking with a cane to go inside of a restaurant. He's feeble, and they said his brain isn't all there anymore either. He's having very crazy moments. This is what they said. I don't know and fully, but what I saw with my own eyes, he still has his Mexican George Soros mustache. He looks sickly. And I don't see that man making a new company just to be like, I'm gonna stick it to them all.
Well, and the other
shit on their heads.
The other thing is he doesn't have the talent. There's no talent out there.
Nope.
He has to build an entire. And I think what Cornette and Last said was, he has a couple $1 billion after all the stock is sold. So, hypothetically, he does have that was better than my joke. He does have the money to start it up, but he has to secure TV. He has to hire an office staff. He has to get a space.
See
He
what you
buys
just said?
AEW.
But he can't buy it. Tony would never sell to him, and he
No.
can't afford AEW.
Yeah,
But they're
That's-
kind of on a downward spiral
But
ever since
it's
that.
still
paper.
right
There's
now,
still-
right?
what's-
They're
with the
still
billions-
valued at over it's $2 billion or something. So I mean, that would literally put him in the hole. But Tony Khan, there's no way. There's no fucking plane of existence. Tony Khan sells to Vince McMahon, bro. It's
Well,
not gonna happen.
Godzillionaire, he says that McMahon is going to recruit talent cheap from the southern border.
Let me some of those goddamn little Mexicans.
The Mexicans and those towel hats.
That's what I
Jesus.
Where's
said.
Muhammad? Where's Muhammad?
Well, it's a-
Hassan?
Dude, it's the southern border. He could get anywhere from Africa to China to.
Oh, I know, dude. It's
That's what I was
crazy,
wondering. Is it going to be the GEW, the Geriatric Entertainment Wrestling?
but- You're right. But
Isn't Freddie Prinze Jr. starting up a wrestling federation?
I don't know.
He wrote for WWE for
Mhm.
for a few years. I don't know if he's starting one up or not.
Yeah, I heard something about that. He was getting traction for that. That would be freaky.
Well, again, I've seen him on a few things. Like he's talking to Massive Whale. He's been a massive fan. Like you said, he's written for them. But I don't know. The whole situation is too odd for me. I don't see McMahon doing any of this stuff.
No.
I think it's a lot of talk, a lot of chatter. But he's also like an ass hair away from being thrown in jail. They're pushing forward with more stuff as well regarding all that.
You think he's even going to be alive in another 5 years?
Oh no, probably not.
No.
And they said, even if they start to do the trial, it's like it's not going to start until 2025. So and there's still a whole bunch.
So we have to endure it, and then if it does go to trial, he might be smothered with a pillow, right?
Right. So what's the over under on them wheeling him into court while he's still dead and trying to get him to sign the documents?
Yeah.
Like
He's
the
gonna
other
be like-
Brazilian woman?
yeah, like the Brazilian woman the other day in that clip,
Jesus.
wheeling him in while he's like flopping around the chair dead.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
that was Weekend at Fernando's.
Yeah.
we're gonna have to show that later when we get to the Rumble portion. Which
CEW,
we're
Corpse
vastly,
Entertainment Wrestling.
we're approaching that at a very rapid speed.
They just throw
Run it
two
for it,
like
baby.
rubbery limp bodies into the ring.
We're approaching that faster than Owen Hart approached the ground.
we're just like Brandon right now.
The Mummy Kenyatta off the top rope.
Yeah, they do this. It's like they have a bunch of guys in like black spandex with like a black hood, so they're all just like really sleek in silhouette. And it's just
The
a bunch of
moment
these, like,
shots of wrestling. Yes, they're in
like
black
no
spandex
theater.
behind them. You know.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
just kind of manipulating like puppets.
before we start to get into the other stuff, how many other folks here I've heard and seen what's going down with the Reacher here? This genius.
So yeah, apparently he gave unsolicited opinions on Israel. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, his fan base.
yeah. I said it earlier. It's like he hung himself twice, and I don't know if he's going to survive this one.
Oof.
I hate going that dark with comedy, but holy shit, man, this guy's like he's brain dead. I understand he's bipolar. He has his issues. He's gone through a lot of stuff, but at the same time, you could see everything he's saying now is just complete insane lefty rhetoric. This isn't even, and I don't care what side you're on, but when you're pushing the views of the diehard fucking lefties like that, yeah, you're going into really insane territories. And that's why we have Superman punching him in the face. Because he's basically the equivalent of Captain Cardboard at this point. It sucks, and yeah, I don't want to watch the show anymore. I'm done. I don't want to support this guy. And you guys know I love the first 2 seasons. I wanted to see this guy taking on bigger roles in Hollywood as well. Now I don't care. Don't give a shit. This guy's
in the Teen Titans video, or like I was telling you, Vinny series, and he was all right. And then you were showing I saw clips, and you were talking about it that it was good. And then he goes and does this shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he's just
Be
like
a
bizarre.
friend.
Yeah, right. Like I don't know what this guy, what he's smoking, what's going on. Maybe he mixed his medications with his steroids and his testosterone and all that crap,
Oh,
and his HGH and whatever the hell else this guy's taking. But yeah, he said and he's Christian too on top of it. And they said he attacked fellow Christians. He accused the Orange Man of really horrible things, which again we're not proven in any court. But this is what they believe, and all the Soros lies and everything else, and all those judges and shit, and they take it as fact and they regurgitate it, even though it's all horse shit, and there was no definitive proof on anything. We know what's going on. We know they want to take him out. And listen, I don't care again if you're for Trump or against Trump. It does not matter at this point. What it is the government is flexing their muscles that they could shut anyone down at any point. They can make up lies. They can do whatever they want. They did it to Alex Jones. Alex Jones is now, because of that proof of the CIA guy, he's going after them. He's going to have a big lawsuit with them and the government. I heard the Olympic gymnasts, those girls who were all violated by that doctor in that whole ring, they said they're also suing the FBI. They're pushing forward with it, which I don't know how this is going to happen because that doctor was involved in a whole ring. It wasn't just him who did all these acts, although I'm sure he's going to be the only fall guy, but it opens up to a massive amount of people and things. So, and who was aware, who wasn't aware. This is what I mean. A lot's going on. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, but like, I'm not Christian. And when I see people on the left who claim they're Christian, and then I see all of the stuff that they're espousing, like, which is all anti-Christian.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
I get a chuckle every time I drive by like the churches and I see like the rainbow flags and shit on the church. Like, I'm not a theologian, but I'm fairly certain that
Yeah, God didn't like that.
Yeah, like that's kind of an affront to the whole like I'm not going to flood the earth again.
Yeah, I guess they all forgot about Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, like. Well, it's all
then,
like so. Anybody that's leftist is they're already in a religion. It's called Marxism. Like, it's a state religion. It's a secular religion. The government is the god. Like, I don't see how they can reconcile that and being like a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim or because it's like it directly runs contradictory to their religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Oh no, it doesn't. No, yes, it does. Like if you actually, it's kind of like when you look at like the Pope and stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's not Christianity anymore.
Oh no, the shit that he's been sent. Oh, we'll get into more of that in a little bit. But oh, dude, yeah, that guy, man, what a.
It's more pushing the celebrity worship bullshit. Like, this guy says all this stuff, so anybody on the left, they're gonna love that. Like, where we're like, we're done with the shit. Yeah. There's the other flip of that coin. Where now they're, yes, he's trying to fight the evil orange man and he's standing up for the right things. When it's, again, none of this shit matters. At the end of the day, shut your hole, do your job, and I don't need to know how you feel or what urinal you just pissed in.
Exactly. You're perfectly entitled to your opinion, but, shut your shithole.
Well, but here's the other thing, right? When they make these blanket statements like that and they pretend like, well, I'm saying it's so more people wake up and we won't get that anymore, but... Listen, I don't care what your views are. You can think the guy's the biggest piece of shit in the world, the Orange Man. Don't matter. Personally, what he does in his personal life and his marriages and everything else he's had, that's none of my business. When he was in office, we were self-sufficient. We didn't have any wars. There was peace that was made in the Middle East. We had oil that was again, there were so many great things happening. People were spending money. People had money. As soon as the bag of shit got in there and reversed all those policies, everything crumbled. So just look at the facts. Just look at the facts.
Well, like I said, Benny, it's simple. Are you, during this experiment between Trump versus Biden, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And no one says yes.
Right. No, that's because, I've argued with family that are very leftist. And their rationale is that it's not Biden's fault it's the vid, the coof that caused all of this, the lockdowns and all that stuff.
So
I'm like,
so COVID reversed all those policies. It
well,
wasn't
that's
Biden's hand that signed those documents and his administration. It was COVID.
well, no, that it's people. We've reached. It was a perfect storm of the boomers starting to retire, the COVID lockdowns, or the whatever, and like all these other like things that just coalesce. I'm like, you're willing to believe that everything was in perfect sync to cause this disaster, when every time we put a Democrat in office, our country goes to shit. The only one that has never like was the guy that was spurging on the Jewish girl with the blue dress under his desk. You know, and he was setting us up to fail at that time. He just didn't, for some reason, didn't. Yeah, like NAFTA, that other shit. Like, yeah, dude, I'm old enough to remember when Carter was in office, and one of my earliest memories is walking home from the fuel station because the car waiting to get fueled up ran out of gas and died. Like, and they're like, yeah, there's no more gas here. See you tomorrow. And we're like, what are we supposed to do? And I'm like, 3 years old, walking with my mom to go home. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Immortal Rising, what's up?
Out of gas. No, we're out of gas.
Yeah, hold on. We got my sketchbook. What's up, man? Immortal Rising is also in the house. Godzillionaire says he paid $74 to fill up his truck yesterday. Yeah. FJB. Yeah. Absolutely. Dude, I'm telling you, this shit's insane. And
One-two punch, Vinny. One-two punch. They say it was the vid, but they also then say it was because Trump didn't know what he was doing and undid everything that Obama did, causing this.
Undoing what Obama did was fixing our country. And that,
I know. But in there, to Chris's point of how insane it is, that's their logic, though. It goes all the way back to Trump undoing what Obama did, which again, we've already said this is Obama 3.0.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we understand both sides of the coin because all of us are looking at this logically. The rest of them are insane.
Oh, dude, I don't know what crack these people are smoking, but, and it leads into another topic we were going to start to get into. So here's the link for Rumble. If you remember today, I don't know, they're trying to cover it up a bit already. There's a guy who set himself on fire, and it's outside the Trump hearing and all that. And there's a bunch of info we're going to be showing in a couple of minutes regarding that and who this man was and the knowledge that he had of what was going on. Was he batshit crazy? Anyone who's going to set themselves on fire, I assume something isn't right upstairs. But everything that he said was balls on accurate. He had a manifesto that he had dropped when he did what he did to himself. They said he's critical, but that guy ain't making it. If he is still breathing, I don't think he's making it to the end of the day.
What he's got left after being on fire for 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's insanity. But yeah, we're going to be getting into that real soon. So grab this link, everyone, and because we're going to have to say goodbye to YouTube. Again, if you're watching on X, still keep watching. If you're on Rumble, keep watching over there. If not, jump onto either one of those. But YouTube is going the way of the dodo right now. So this.